Hey there folks, it's Boba the Vulture. This is Let's Play Aerobiz Supersonic. You may notice that the year appears to be 1995, even though we just got finished playing through the year 1996. Well, silly whatever the heck I was doing didn't save. So all that great progress that we made in the year 1996 has all been lost. You know, the great progress that we made. You remember all of that, right? Doesn't really matter though, because I've decided that there's only one thing for it at this point, and that is to bankrupt my company. I'll come as close as I can by buying this Airbus A320. Yes, I can order that plane. It'll cost that much money. That's good. That leaves me almost no money in reserve. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So what I will then do will be to come here. I'm not maintaining my ad levels. I want to raise them. I want to raise them to the max. Yeah, let's spend the extreme. No, I'm not going to change any more budgets. You guys remember how things were going, right? Yeah, you do. Looks good, right? By the way, folks, the whole bankrupting my company thing, one, I'm kind of curious to see what it does. Because I have only ever seen the bankruptcy thing happen once or twice, because on honor, generally speaking, I try and avoid it. But when it does, what it usually will do is close down your non-profitable routes, and then give you a little bit more money and sell any planes that you weren't using at the moment you went bankrupt. But at this point, I'm using all of my planes, and all of my routes are just profitable. But it doesn't matter. Wow, you guys don't realize it, you dumb suckers, but you are helping. You're helping me. I've never had them strike against me twice. Business is booming as tourists continue to flock to Miami. So let's see this. Oh yeah, look at that. No flights. No passengers. No nothing. I think I barely had 10,000 passengers the whole, in all of my regions, didn't I? Oh, look at that. I lost so much money. I'm so in the hole. I just went from being the rival of Siberia for being the barely profitable airline to being nothing. Let's see here. Metlink actually still not tops in Africa. They're tops in every other region that they fly in. Oh well. I'm feeling punchy. Let's do this. London and Munich. Really? London and Munich? Metlink's just acting dopey now. Our capital is almost gone. Do something. Excuse me, but someone from Boeing would like to see you. I'm here today to offer you the deal of a lifetime from Boeing. For this quarter only, we're offering all our planes at half price. What a deal! Oh, Boeing. We have to go check that out, guys, right? I want to see how much our negative 8,330,000 will buy. Honestly, this would be an absolute boon if we had any money whatsoever. Oh, they won't even let me go into the store if I'm in debt. You don't have the money to order any more planes. Screw it. She's one of my friggin' people that's working with the... Oh yeah, see, now... Well, I mean, this is all because of the strike. Well, at least partially because of the strike. Yeah. Oh well. Come on, guys, let's all spiral into bankruptcy. It'll be fun. Funsies. Business is booming as tourists flock to Miami. Welcome to Miami. That's interesting. My profits are still down, or my passenger loads are still down, even though I'm pretty sure the strike only lasts one turn. What are all my employees worried about friggin' hard working conditions anyway? Oh yeah, I've turned my company into an efficient money-losing machine. Now it's time for the somber music to start playing. Our capital's all gone. We're on the verge of bankruptcy. Sad times. Oh, I've never heard the somber bankruptcy music go on like this. Alright, anyway. You know, folks, this is in most games, and I think in this game too. I mean, pretty much if you go bankrupt in this game, you're pretty much gonna, I mean, you're far enough behind at that point that you're pretty much gonna lose. Man, it's my big interregional routes that are losing me the money at this point. Well, let's first of all, let's look at London to Tokyo. How come people are, but I have such great advertising now. How come you people don't like? Why don't you love me? London to Tokyo. I don't get it, folks. Maybe this game has more little bits and pieces and subtle nuances and things than I ever imagined possible. Maybe the passengers are actually reading the Financial Times and saying, Bobo Air's almost out of money. I don't want to book a flight with them. They might go bankrupt tomorrow, and then I'd have to rebook my flight, and I don't want to do that. Maybe they're factoring all that in. I called a meeting to order. Our capital's all gone. We're on the verge of bankruptcy. If you don't do something in the next 6 months, we'll lose our shirts for sure. Woohoo! Strip poker! Let's cut down on our service, repair, or advertising budgets. We can raise $12,808 if we sell off our spare airplane. I would either suspend or eliminate service on the 3 routes that are in the red. We have 3 non-profitable routes. That's just what he said, Junior. Shall I conduct the meeting? No. Planes. Our company has 10 total aircraft with 9 planes in service. We should buy more A310s and A320s. Holding planes in reserve makes it easier to open more routes to increase the number of flights. We should buy all kinds of airplanes with our negative money. Yeah, let's adjourn and meet again later. This is gonna be fun, folks. You don't believe me, but it's gonna be lots and lots of fun. Lots of fun. But yeah, in most games it's not beneficial. It's not beneficial to, what's the word I'm looking for here? Yeah, to go bankrupt, especially in business simulators. There are rare exceptions. In this game, you do get at least a new lease on life, so to speak. The other one I'm thinking of is Armored Core. Armored Core is a good game. It's a fun game. If you've not played it and you have any interest in building your own giant mech and wandering around all over the world. Not quite like Steambot Chronicles. No, we're almost profiting! This can't stand! We're still making the... We're still in the hole for the largest amount, but apparently there's some kind of rising tide that's floating all boats. No, but in Armored Core, if you lose enough money, they I guess the way the plot goes is you have to sell your body off for medical research, and you get like crazy superhuman abilities. You become a human plus, which is something that ends up being part of a plot of the game. Later on, you find other people that are part of the Human Plus project. But yeah, it's interesting, fun stuff. You know, considering I already played this previous year, Bobo is bordering on bankruptcy. If you don't do something in the next 6 months, we'll lose our shirts for sure. Is there anything I can do to make these routes less profitable? I guess I do have them fine-tuned for profit now. What if I raise the fares to ridiculous heights? Is it okay to change that function? No. I know. This is something I actually do need to do. I can go ahead and put another plane on this route, run some more flights, and jack up the fare. Nobody will want to pay that much money, and hopefully we will lose money on trying to fly that many flights at that kind of a price. Hopefully this will work. Yeah, let's give it a try. Is it okay to change this flight as shown? And the nice thing about the flight from New Delhi from Tehran to London is, worst case scenario, or best case scenario, it doesn't actually eliminate any of our routes because we have to have a flight coming out of Tehran, and all of our other flights, with the exception of the one to Athens there, are all profitable. Worst case scenario is it cancels out all of our flights, which is fine. Then we have a fresh new start. It'll be just like we're starting with an even more severe handicap than the first time, because there's already a major airline that's sort of stomping over the entire world. It'll be cool. I think it'll be cool. You think it'll be cool? Doesn't matter what you think. Oh, snap. Mad burn on you, the viewer at home. Or at the office. Maybe you're viewing at your local Starbucks. Or other wireless hotspot. Wow. I don't know what I would do if I happened to go to a random coffee shop and see somebody watching Let's Plays on their laptop. Even weirder if I saw somebody watching my Let's Plays on their laptop. But the statistical odds of that are infinitesimal, really small. Because pretty much I only actually personally know two people that regularly watch my Let's Plays. No, I'm making profit! No! No! That's alright. I think if I stay in debt, it's still a problem. So I'm just listening to all this music, because I never hear this scenario. Oh no, Bobo has just gone bankrupt. Yeah, let's refinance and try again. Look at that. Bobo Air has been refinanced. Look at the amount of money that we have. We have... what is that, 10 billion? We got a lot of money now, folks. Let's see what assets we still have. We still have all of our assets! Our home base is located in the Aerobiz, but we don't have any flights there. We should immediately open new routes and capture the #1 ranking in our home base region. I don't think we lost anything, did we? We just gained $10 billion. Oh, these routes are all new. A320, A320. Oh yeah, let's take this plane off the Tehran to London route. And drop that fare back down. It is okay to change that flight as shown. You know what I'm about to do now, folks? Time to go to, not the Middle East. Here we go, Southeast Asia, baby. Time to start negotiating. Vicky's, well, no. First of all, let's negotiate for a hub. Who will I send to negotiate for a regional hub? You. I will send you. Shall we open a regional hub in Tokyo? Yes. I'll get right on it. Now, time for aggressive expansion. Let's negotiate for some slots in Tokyo. Let's negotiate for that many slots. It'll take 9 months. It's alright, we won't burn through all our money in 9 months, right? Right. Who will you send to bid for slots? You, I'm sending to bid for slots in Los Angeles. That's right. Slots in Los Angeles. That many slots. Negotiations will take 9 months. That's okay. You, I am going to set up to negotiate for a regional hub in Los Angeles. Yes, let's open a regional hub in Los Angeles. I'm revitalized and refreshed, folks. Okay, so then. I've got things for our agents to be off and doing. Richard Scary's very busy travel agent people. I'm gonna go ahead and end the quarter. Africa's experiencing a boom in tourism. Well, don't that beat all? Alright. We have the normal number of inter-regional passengers. And, kind of low on passengers in Europe. It's okay. We'll figure all this stuff out. I imagine we'll still be losing money this quarter. But we've got money to burn through. Now. We won't burn through enough. No, we're still turning a profit, folks. We'll almost be back up to 10 billion again in no time. Oh wow! And Metlink is actually making a lot less money this quarter than they usually do. They're still making more than they could ever possibly need, but I don't know. Let's see what our routes look like now. Anyway, the second quarter of 1997. Austria. Austria part of the European community? Hang on 1 second. Sorry, I just wanted to verify that. Austria is in the European community, and actually, they joined in the European community 2 years before this game thinks they did. But it's not the game's fault. Ah, between Tokyo and Sapporo, huh? Sounds great. Great! Yeah, that's okay. We got a hub, it's in Tokyo. Oh yeah! Regional hub is opened in LAX. Let's go. Okay, so we've still got people that are negotiating for slots in those 2 cities, right? Right. You're only going to take 3 more months. You are going to take 6 more months. Well then. Sounds like we are going to be ready for... 6 months we'll be ready to start flights out of Tokyo. Who will we send to bid for slots? Who will send Vicky, the small wonder? She will bid for slots in Beijing. Or possibly in Bangkok. 1 night in Bangkok makes a hard man humble. Let's go for that many slots. They'll take 6 months. So right when Tokyo airport, when our slots in Tokyo are available. Let's see here. Which city shall we bid for slots? You're gonna call me crazy, and I'm not gonna blame you. but we are going for slots in New York City. Negotiations will take a whole year. It's going to take... Smoothie McSmoothison's going to be on the shelf for a while. That's okay. Because soon we will have stuff in the Far East to be doing. Now then, let's go to Europe, and let's look at all of our little flights here. The London to Tokyo route. It's getting fuller. Maybe people are positive on the news that we've opened up a hub there. Okay, so what is wrong with the Athens route here? Let's view the competition. Competition has more expensive fares than we do. Do they have more flights going? Is that it? No, they have fewer flights. They are more expensive. I mean, they're in a bigger plane, but that only... I'm not thinking that's going to be that big a deal to people. Really? Maybe they did some kind of ninja ad campaign. It's okay. It's okay. We'll leave it be for right now, because after all our agents are off busy doing stuff. Anyway, so outside of adjusting the route slightly, I'm kind of curious though now. Let me come over to London here. Let's see. No, here I was thinking that maybe Metlink had purchased the hotel or the commuter airport or something like that in London to boost all of their flights. But no, it's just that they're Metlink. I mean, honestly, folks, if there were one standard business in the world for some kind of service like airlines, you'd probably check with them and buy their tickets first anyway, right? I don't blame you, the customer. I really don't. I understand, and it's up to Bobo Air. It's up to Bobo Air to prove ourselves to you, the flyer, the airline customer. It's up to us to make sure that that you have the most pleasant possible experience, and that you know about us, which is important too. Let's see. So the flight to Tokyo doing pretty well. That flight to Athens doing pretty poorly, and the flight to Rome not doing as well as it used to. What is the problem here? Have our relations with Europe in general just soured? Turn on to London. Okay, that's a good flight. The London to LA flight not doing that great right now. It's doing okay, and it's making profit. I'm hoping that that will improve some once I start flying into cities in North America. But we'll find out, folks. We'll all find out. We'll find out next time on Aerobiz Z, which is just Aerobiz, because, you know, it has a Z in it. Yeah, my passenger numbers seem to keep dwindling. But I'm okay. I'm happy now. I have some money that I can play with, you know? Maybe this is part of the game's rebalancing. Like they mar you with a scarlet letter after you've Wow. How did I manage to lose 18 million in 1 quarter? People really hate my airline that much now. Whew. Yep, Hong Kong is back to China's control. That's cool. My relationships with China are not bad. I should start flying some flights into China. Wow, now like all of my flights are not making money. Our own base is in the Middle East, we don't have any flights there. This is a quandary. Only 5 slots in LA. Alright, let's go to Europe here and figure out what's going on. Okay, this London to Tokyo route, we don't really have direct competition on. Oh, that's right, we do now. And it's It's inconceivable. I'm not really understanding what's going on here. Maybe somebody in the meeting will tell me what's going on. They'll probably just tell me we have a whole bunch of... I call this meeting where we have 4 non-profitable routes. No, don't conduct a meeting. Oh, you know what? Tell me about what new routes you guys want. How about a route between Tokyo and Osaka? No. Los Angeles and New York would be good, Junior. You've been reading my plans. So route between Tehran and Tokyo. You want to establish service between London and South America, of course. About Mexico City. No more topics for discussion. Let's adjourn. Let's GTFO. Yeah, I said GTFO. Anyways, we're about to be ready for some more airplanes, right? First of all, I'm interested in... so this is the new A340. I was curious about it, you know. First Airbus 4-engine wide-body with winglets. Put some on your long-haul flights. Look at the range there, folks. 8,870 miles. With that, you could put together some seriously long-haul flights. But I've got my arrangement right now fairly comfortably with these A310s. I mean, I could go with the A300 600s, but they're a little more expensive and the mileage is not as good. I'm gonna get a few more of these. I'm gonna get 2 more of these. So I'm gonna get 3 more of these. No, I'm gonna get 2 more. Because I want to establish a route between Tokyo and Los Angeles. And then I have how many A320s right now? I have 1 in reserve. Let's go ahead and get another one. That'll be fun, pal. Looking forward to seeing you again too, sweet cheeks. That's right, I just called the Aerobiz, Airbus Lady Sweet Cheeks. I don't know what's wrong with me either, ladies and gentlemen. I need help. Now then, North America, we've got these new slots. Let's go ahead and negotiate for even more new slots. Now that it's our regional hub, they should be okay with giving us as many slots as we want. They should be, but they're not. They're jerks. It's alright though, folks. We're busy. We have busy work to do again. That's what's got me happy. Alright, so all these routes in Europe are doing terribly. I'll tell you what, all our planes are so economical, we can lower these fares to -50. Select view the competition. They've lowered their rates to -50 as well. No, let's go to -50 and set. I'm going to go ahead and set all of my flights down to the minimum and see if that helps things any. See if dropping the fare puts more butts in seats. Actually, I should also go back and check and see whether that flight's doing okay. Tehran to London. How can this flight be doing that poorly? I don't know, folks. I don't know. Blarg. Okay, then London to LA. Wow, nobody's on this flight right now. Let's go ahead and drop it down to -50. Set it. And that pretty much just sets all of our flights except the one to Rome down to as low as they'll go. Hold on for just one moment again, folks. Sorry about that, folks. I just never trust Cam Studio to record for too much of a length of time, you know? And while I'm still thinking about it, let me check. Oh yeah, we need to we need to increase our, wait a minute. Yeah, whoa, no, not stop. No, I don't want to stop. No, I don't want to do that. I want to increase them all to the maximum. Yes. Push them to the limit! Yes, because, it's hard to tell here, but the little yellow arrow pointing from average is what the average is, not the little chevron that is also at the same rough, approximate place as average is. We need to move our budgets up quickly to catch up with the rest of the world. That might actually be part of what's hurting us. Our advertising budget is so low now. Well, we're about to fix some of those things, hopefully, when we end this term. Africa is experiencing a large boom in tourism. We don't care. Even if you're, like, the best airline ever in Africa, you're still only going to sell, you know, a couple thousand seats. So, forget that noise. Time to go to... Uh-oh. Metlink has already become #1 in Southeast Asia. We've got to get there. We've got to beat them at their own game. Well, one of their many own games. Yeah. Oh, this is going to hurt for a while. This is going to be a Hertz donut. You know, we're still not going to stop Metlink, it looks like. Metlink will still take over the world. It's a matter of whether or not they end up doing it before the game simulation time ends. But at least now we'll have something to do in the intervening months. That was really my concern with filing for bankruptcy. I filed for bankruptcy, folks, because I didn't have anything better to do. And I honestly think that is sound financial advice. If you ever feel kind of bored, and you don't have enough money to buy things, you should file for bankruptcy. Let it be known that I do not have an MBA. Some A310s have arrived. Excellent. Excellent. And an A320 has arrived as well. Excellent. Yes. Yes. Good. Good. Right, not Oceania. Nobody's bothering with Oceania right now, and there's probably a reason. The new route will depart from Tokyo, and it will go to LA. You're all considering me mad because I'm spending a lot of money on this route. Yes, to fly 3 flights a week. But no one else flies this flight. I'm hoping that will help. And it's just the little jet whoosh. It's been so long I'd almost forgotten. I was honestly expecting the, you know, screechy jet noise. But it didn't come. Black hole sun. Alright, let's see here. We have dancing happy relations with Hong Kong. We should definitely, we should negotiate for some stuff there next. After we open this route to Bangkok. This route to Bangkok is going to be very expensive, children. Children? Who do I think I am now? Alright. How much is the fare? It'll be the average fare. Let's go ahead and open the route. Right now, this route has no competition. Apparently, nobody's flying into Bangkok. That seems weird to me. Bangkok's a pretty good city for this region. I mean, it's not as good as Hong Kong, but you know what is, right? All right, look, we are a regional power here now. We have flights. We have flights, Tokyo. Give us more slots so that we can give you more flights. That's how this thing works. 9 more months. Wow. It's gonna take a little effort here. Where else would be a good place to open a route? They don't have a route going to Miami. Bienvenido a Miami. Alright. Actually, before I start messing with any more of that stuff, let's take a look at all the rest of these routes. I've set them all down to 0. Are they closer to being profitable? Hard to tell, isn't it? They certainly are selling a lot more seats. That's good, right? Well, except Tehran to London. It's still selling like nothing. Nothing! Nothing! Yeah. Somehow I get the feeling I'm going to lose all of this money too. But if we do these in quick fits and starts like this, perhaps a plant? No, I don't know, folks. I don't know where I was going with that either. Pretty sure that if I try and negotiate for slots in Beijing, it's going to take less time than it will take to get these slots in Tokyo. So it's not worth doing the negotiations. Not yet, anyway. Oh, they'll take 6 months. Wait. Are the negotiations... I forget how long are the negotiations in Tokyo going to take. They're going to take 9 months? Yes, they're going to take 9 months. So next quarter, I could do that. No need having... No purpose in having the extra slots just sort of sitting around. That takes up money, which is something that we now have, but we have already blown through about half of the amount of money we got in the bankruptcy reorganization. You guys might have noticed that. You know what? At this point, I'll just keep on losing money, and then I'll go bankrupt again. I actually don't know what happens if you go bankrupt multiple times. I've never tried that. So, this all could turn out to be a little experiment. I don't know. We'll see. It should be fun and lively and games and laughs anyways. Games and daisy chains and laughs. You gotta keep them loonies on the path. Wow, I have more A310s than A320s. I didn't even realize. They're all in service. They all, in theory, should be doing good for me. They aren't, but, you know, they should be. Okay. Let's go ahead and buy... Let's go ahead and buy 2 A320s. Yes, 2 planes will cost that much money. That's okay. We can deal with that. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again. But yes, time for expansion in Southeast Asia. And if this route doesn't work and I open up... I should, before I lose all of my money... Well, let's see here. How much will it cost to open a route... How much will it cost to open a route from Tokyo to Beijing? Whew! It'll cost a good amount of the money I still have left. I won't have enough money to open up both of these routes. Open up one to Hong Kong and one to Beijing. Nobody's flying into Hong Kong, though. That's mighty puzzling. Oh well. I'm gonna go ahead and close this off for the quarter. If I set up a route to Hong Kong and then nobody likes the route to Hong Kong, I'm gonna be at kind of a loss. Like, if that turns out to be a money loser, too. Because then, pretty much even if I'd started straight away and headed to Southeast Asia, there wouldn't have been that much I could do. I'm kind of curious now, though. How far is the route between Beijing and Hong Kong? It's not a far route. These are all it's much cheaper to have your hub in Beijing, it would seem. I maybe should have done that, but I already had all my stuff set up in Tokyo, you know? Suppose if I canceled that one route. Hindsight. Africa's experiencing a boom in tourism. Hey! We got a lot more interregional passengers. We got a lot more passengers in Europe. At least, Southeast Asia. Oh, look at that. We're already in the fight. Now we're back in the fight. And nobody's in South America except those losers. And they are losers. Hey, look, I'm starting to make a small amount of money again. Yay, I'm a llama again. Wait. No. Well, there you have it, folks. This time, I'm going to, and you can watch me do it, I'm going to make a save. 2 saves, even. To make sure that this progress is preserved for future peoples. Hopefully I will not be the laughingstock of said future peoples, but you can never tell. C'est la vie, say the old folks. It goes to show you never can tell. This is Bilbo the Vulture, and this has been Let's Go Bankrupt, playing Aerobiz Supersonic. And I thank you very much for watching, and I hope you continue to do so, despite my now shamelessly working the government system to try and get more money when I couldn't manage the money I had to begin with. Bye now.